All right. These two wrestled last year, and Daton Phipps won by tech fall. Took in the entire match, though, so you know, that being the case, that Kurt Phipps gave him a good battle. Just that Daton Phipps is just so slick. You're going to see him in action very shortly right here at Soika Pavilion.
One thing to look out for with Daton Phipps is the inside trip. He loves getting the overhook, and he loves exploding through that inside trip. From Oklahoma State in general, they like having outside ties. They like elbow clears, duck unders, and that's what Phipps is setting up right now.
We see Daton Phipps just looks so much bigger. He's so broad.
He is, but Phipps is a good bit taller, so here comes inside trip attempt, but Phipps had scattered that one out. Here it comes again.
I think probably his coaches have been talking to him about that.
Yeah, when you're wrestling Daton Phipps, you know what you're getting, so it's just a matter of can you stop it.
Phipps working for the inside position, and he has the single leg.
Phipps has the arm trapped here, so it's going to make it tough for Phipps to score on, but it looks like Phipps is going to swim his arm out. Stalemate would be a great call for Phipps here, but I don't think we're going to see that quite yet. Phipps is getting a little funky here.
Looked like he was trying for some kind of spladle move. Phipps with the single leg. No takedown yet. And there it is.
For as good as Phipps is on his feet, he gets underrated on top. He does a great job with his leg series. Let's see if he wants to go into that. Oh. Almost had a pancake over to Phipps' back. But Phipps can really wrestle on top. We'll see if he commits the ride or he tries to cut here.
And we're going back into the center. Again, a referee, Nate Chapman. Been around for a long time, and he's a very good NCAA official.
It's rare to hear that. Usually when you talk about official, oh, what a bad call, what a bad call. But these guys are good referees. I'll give them that.
There have been a lot of good referees here. I've been doing this, I think, about 10 years with Bison Vision. We send these matches out live so that you can enjoy them in your own home if you're not here in the gym to see them. And I've seen a lot of good officiating at this level. If you're not good, you don't survive.
No, they evaluate officials constantly.
Yeah.
If they're not making the right calls, they will be fired.
Phipps trying for a switch, and Phipps just a little bit too alert for that.
Switch tap it again. It looks like Phipps is going Turk here. If he can open up Phipps' hips, this could be very dangerous. If nothing else, it's a good ride position, but it looks like Phipps is going to cut Phipps. As he does.
All right, 2-1.
51 seconds of riding time for Phipps. Ends the bout with more than a minute of accumulated riding time. He would get a point.
Now, you might wonder why, if you're not real familiar with this sport, why do so many wrestlers cut their opponents? The fact is, if you're standing and you still have control of your opponent, you only have a couple of seconds to bring him back down. The referee will start counting out to 5. If he gets to 5 and you haven't cut him, that's a stall warning.
It's also, when you take the opponent down, let him up, it opens up the bout. Because guys can stall a lot easier on bottom, hide their elbows, hide their legs, than on their feet. You keep taking someone down, that physically and mentally breaks your opponent.
Kurt Phipps doing an outstanding job here defensively. He's fighting off a lot of what Daton Phipps is throwing at him. And don't make any mistake about it, Daton Phipps is tremendous. He's just a tremendous wrestler.
He's a 3-time NCAA runner-up. He's number 2 in the country. He's excellent. He's a world runner-up. But Phipps is really good. I would be surprised to not see him in the national tournament this year.
All right, wrestlers back into the center.
Looks like this period will end 2-1, as it does.
I'd say that's a good start for Kurt Phipps.
Yes. If he wants to get in this match, he needs to keep fending off Phipps' attacks and he needs to create some offense of his own. Phipps won't stop coming. He's going to need to put some things together himself.
How good is Phipps on the top?
He's very good.
Yep.
I would say it's one of his better positions, along with his brother Drew, who was a couple-time national qualifier here.
That was a caution, similar to a false start. Wrestlers back into position.
You get 2 free cautions before you get a point. Phipps is throwing in double boots here. Phipps is good in this position. He likes the double boots, and he likes the cross wrist roll or the Easton tilt, whatever people like to call it. He's got Phipps flattened out, and the crowd appreciates this because Phipps is a stud. And Phipps is wrestling him hard.
Phipps really is negated here with what he can do. You see he's flattened out. He needs to get those hips up underneath him. He needs to get back to his knees somehow or other and prevent this ride.
This is a lot different than the match last year. Phipps is not scared of Daton Phipps. He may not win this bout, but he's going to give everything he has to beat Daton Phipps. I would not be surprised to see a stall call here before too long. Phipps' head is in the mat.
Referee looking at it very closely. Phipps doing just an outstanding job. You see he has inside position. He's under both of those arms of Daton Phipps, and he has them all stretched out on the mat. That's exactly where he wants them.
This is excellent wrestling. The crowd wants a stall call. It's getting loud in Soika Pavilion. Sorry. I'm loving this right here. John Smith wants a stall or a stalemate here, but he's not going to get it. The referee's letting this position play out. And here, as I say that, here comes a stalemate.
You saw that wrist of Daton Phipps being turned in a way he didn't like very much. He looked over at his coach and indicated that the wrist was being twisted a bit. But to quote another official that I like very much, it's a tough sport.
It is a tough sport. And there's a caution on Phipps. He might be a little rattled here. He just got ridden harder than he would have liked to have been. Let's see if he has a burst of explosion here, because he does not want to be under Kurt Phipps' legs.
Phipps again, coming out on, and losing a little control.
Oh, he's going to give up the escape, but not after a great period of wrestling. Still have 15 seconds left.
Well, you know one thing. Daton Phipps does not want to be underneath him again.
No, he does not. And if anything, that's giving Phipps momentum in the third period. Last year at this point, he's probably down 10 points. This year, he's down 2 and has 48 seconds of routing time.
You can tell Phipps has spent a lot of time thinking about this match, and his coaches, Dan Wernsberger, Kevin LaValle, have been working with him very hard to make sure he doesn't have the same kind of problem as last year.
And Kurt Phipps is a lifestyle guy. That man eats, breathes, and sleeps wrestling. He's a hard worker. He's a smart student. He does the things right. If you're going to build a program, you want to build it off a guy like Kurt Phipps. That's a stall. That should have been a stalling on Phipps, but again, Phipps is very good on top himself. Let's see if Kurt Phipps can move here.
Phipps, nope, they're going out of bounds.
He's got to attempt to return here. That should be a stall on Phipps. I don't like that call. Not just because I'm a Bucknell student.
All right, there's a great shot of Daton Phipps. He knows he's in a hard one right here. But this will just make both of these wrestlers better.
It will. Phipps is rolling, but he puts Phipps' boot in. This is going to be tough.
Phipps trying to break loose from those legs. Obviously, Daton Phipps has worked on that for hours, making sure he knows what he's doing with those legs.
He's arching his back well there, making this tough for Phipps to move.
I would expect to see at least a stalemate coming up here pretty soon.
You might see that. Phipps had this position in the second period. They went stalemate. If they go stall on either of these guys, I think it'd be inconsistent with the match.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's a very good comment. All right, Daton Phipps riding tight. 36 seconds remaining.
Phipps is going to have to go here. I know he has a boot against him, but he's going to have to try a roll, something. He's got to get a reversal at this point. Stall call on Phipps there. 4 seconds would get the 1 minute running time for Phipps. So Phipps needs a reversal.
Phipps now coming in on top. Good movement by Phipps.
He needs to get the switch here.
Working for the switch. He's Phipps came in over the top.
It looks like this bout is going to end 4-1 with running time, but there's a lot of fight by Kurt Phipps in that bout because Phipps is no joke.
Great bout by Kurt Phipps. Daton Phipps, of course, an outstanding wrestler, and he takes the bout. It's 9-6, Oklahoma State. We'll be right back.